Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Harold Games, and welcome to episode number 7 of my NCAA basketball or football, Imperialism series. If you guys did not check out episode number 6, make sure you check it out because we ended the episode with one of the biggest upsets that I've ever seen, which occurred in this region. Um, but yeah, make sure you check out that video and make sure you check out my other imperialism series or this series as well. Beginning of this series to really get a feel for what imperialism is. Sorry, I need a drink of water there, but yeah. Hope you guys have enjoyed the series so far. Before I cringe you guys out anymore, let's get started. I'm gonna make sure I'm recording because I forgot to do that last time for like the first 30 seconds. Eastern Michigan getting their first opportunity to play, and they could go up against Wisconsin, Michigan, or some more action, Toledo. And I wonder if Eastern Michigan is in the MAC conference. I don't know. Straight south. That is Toledo. So Toledo against Eastern Michigan. But Toledo will get that home field advantage. Here's Toledo. And then Eastern Michigan. But if you made it this far into the video and you have not checked out the last part, you're going to get spoiled here. So I'll give you guys a couple more seconds to get off of this video. And alrighty, so it was Eastern Michigan. Let's pick up the win. See, home field advantage might not matter that much, really. But Ball State played against Ohio State last episode, and they beat them. It was home field advantage. They beat them. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen, and the funniest thing to end an episode. But Eastern Michigan beats Toledo. I believe this was Maction on Maction, but I could be wrong. And Eastern Michigan picks up just a little sliver of land to start off, but you got to start somewhere. I could tell the difference between the borders right there. But yeah, I don't know if we're under 70 teams, but we're right there. Last episode we started with 80 teams, and we went through quite a bit, so we should be getting close to 70 teams or less. But next team is going to be, it looks like it's Rice, and it is. So here's Rice. They also expanded last episode. Based off of their logo, they can go up against the Raging Cajuns, SMU. They could technically go up against Texas State, and Texas San Antonio. So they have quite a few teams they could go up against. We'll see where they will go. Southwest, which that is going to nick Texas State. Yeah, very close, but that's going to be Texas State's land. So Texas State against Rice. Or not Tennessee State. Where's Nerio? Texas State against Rice. Battle of a little bit of Texas land. Here's Rice. Simulate. And Rice just blows out Texas State. So, yeah, I don't think home field advantage matters that much. I just think Ball State did Maction voodoo powers on Ohio State. But Rice wins, and they continue to expand. They're getting some nice land to start their Imperialism series. So congratulations to Rice, and unfortunately for Texas State, but your team is one and done. So apologies about that. But I want to do some like interactions with you guys. So like I'm gonna start this like question of the video thing now. But who do you want to? If you're an NHL fan or an NBA fan, I think I've already asked about NBA. Who do you want to see win an NBA? Who do you want to see the NBA Finals? Who do you want to see to win the Stanley Cup Finals? That is my question. That is my question of the episode. So, who do you want to see win the Stanley Cup Finals? Personally, I really don't care who wins, but it would be pretty cool to see the Seattle Kraken win as University of Las Vegas, Nevada, or Nevada, Las Vegas. Yeah, one of the Las Vegas, the Rebels. Who will they be going up against? They will be going southeast, which side is Arizona State University. So the Sun Devils against the Rebels. Arizona State against UNLV. I hope they're considered UNLV. Yeah, they're right here. Upper Iowa. Arizona State against UNLV. And Arizona State picks up the 16-point victory over the Rebels. And their land just got a little bit bigger. Congratulations to them. And to UNLV fans, apologies, but you're one and done. Hopefully this doesn't mess with the border. Nah, it's easy to tell. Like I said, when you zoom far away, it's easy to tell. Really, it's not that hard to tell when you zoom in close either, so there should be no issues. There we go. And we'll just expand this just a little bit. There we go, and then we will just expand this. Not fill in this land, not expand. There we go. Arizona State wins. They beat the Rebels. We will get rid of UNLV off this list. Next team to be attacking is going to be USF. It is USF. South Florida, the Bulls. Here's South Florida. I kind of messed up on the Florida border and made it a little bit fat along the Daytona Melbourne area. And here's where I live, somewhere around here. Here we go. Next spin. It's going to be Southwest, which that is not going to be a team. Yeah, that's not going to be a team. Northwest is a team, though. Is it? I think it's on the edge, but I'll do it. South Florida against Florida. The Gators. Florida against. I'm assuming they're considered USF. I believe they are. Yeah, they're right here. A swamp, and holy cow, the Gators blow them out. Jeez, it won that many times, and the people that run these simulations. Wow. Now we're gonna have a battle of the orange when Miami has to play, because now the Gators. I mean, Miami would have had to play against whoever's to the north, anyways. But we land on Miami on the wheel, then we do not have to worry about spinning the arrow because all land on to the north of them was already claimed by only one team, which was USF. So I butchered the border near Tampa. My bad. That's not near Tampa. That's near Sarasota. This is near Tampa. This is perfect. Except for me being the worst art person to do this series. So, oh my god. You know what? Well, you know what? You understand. Congratulations to the Gators. And to the Bulls, sorry, but your run is done. It expanded a little bit though. Got some expansion, but the more you expand, the harder it is to keep up the good luck, and the harder it is to pull off anything really. Don't know what I just said, but I said something. Next team, Georgia Tech. Don't know where Georgia Tech is. Here's Georgia Tech. They have expanded. This would be pretty big if they play against Georgia and like can beat Georgia. But I really want Mercer and Georgia to play because I want to see if Mercer can upset Georgia, which would be the funniest thing. Yes, they can't even go. They're going there against Tennessee. That would be an interesting matchup. So Tennessee against Georgia Tech. Tennessee and Georgia Tech. The Yellow Jackets against the Volunteers. And the Volunteers do pick up the win over the Yellow Jackets. So Tennessee starts their run, and that's going to scare me if they play against Georgia. I really want to see this Mercer-Georgia matchup. I really do. It's like my goal this series to see it because after doing some test runs, Mercer has beaten Georgia in some test runs with home field advantage, though. So we would have to land on Georgia and have to have the perfect arrow, which is south. But it would still be funny if Mercer can go into Georgia and beat the Bulldogs. That would be the most hilarious thing ever. And I hope Mercer. I want to get see that Mercer matchup. There we go. We have a bit of land for the Volunteers, but they do expand. And for Georgia Tech, unfortunately, you're gone. I did Georgia Tech, right? Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure I didn't like accidentally click on something else. Next team is that the States again. It is. It is South Dakota State again. The Jackrabbits had a nice expansion last time against Colorado State. Next team they'll be going up against is we have the rival. That is North Dakota State against South Dakota State. I wonder if they're considered NDSU. Does not look like it. North Dakota State against South Dakota State. This is going to be big. Who will come victorious in one of the states? And it is North Dakota State. The Bisons beat the Jackrabbits. Wow, by three. By three. Big W for North Dakota State to just start their Imperialism series. They have not started yet. This is their first successful, or this is their first attack. That's a little too big. We're gonna have to be careful around this logo. Have to cut off the Wyoming, anything of Wyoming. I'm gonna do my best. That's why I kind of hope Wyoming loses one of these times, so I don't have to worry about destroying this logo. As I destroyed some of the horse. Forgot what those are called. This is an interesting bit of land. Forgot how weird South Dakota State had their land. And hopefully everyone in the Chicago area is staying safe from the severe weather. I know it's not that bad of a severe weather event today. I've been in contact with people I know that work up in that area for weather stations. Or for TV stations for weather, not for weather stations. Yeah. Not as talkative because I just spent a half hour talking on the last episode, and I want to save my voice for my Road to the Show episode that I'm going to record here soon. Now, I will utilize the fill tool for this because I don't want to butcher that, the logo, the North Dakota, Wyoming logo. Oh, yeah. There we go. North Dakota State now owns a ton of land. We will get rid of South Dakota State, unfortunately, but hey, one of those teams had to be victorious sometime. Next team to attack is Kansas State. I believe this is the first time we're seeing them get some action. Yeah, it is. See if they can go. Let's see who they can go up against. Be interesting if they go up against North Dakota State and have two home field advantages, but it's not. We're going southeast, which that is Kansas. So Kansas against Kansas State. We're going to Kansas for this matchup. Kansas against Kansas State. And it is Kansas, the Jayhawks, winning by 8. That's interesting. Not have expected that. Although, we're in football, right? Yeah. Okay. Not have expected that, but although I believe Kansas was actually decent this year in football. I thought Kansas State was better. And again, it could be that home field advantage, which I doubt it, but it's possible. We've done it for every single video No point in doing it now, or in getting rid of it now. That would be unfair to the other teams that have lost. Got some purple. Some purple coming into effect now. Uh, wrong team. Oh, I even talked about Kansas winning. Oh my gosh, that's a blooper. I saved myself from 40 comments blasting me. That is a bit of a blooper. So that is hilarious, though. Really hilarious. But the thing is, I did it on purpose, so just so I can get people tilted, I guess. Uh, uh, that's. I think that might be the first time out of all my Imperialism series that I did that. But thank goodness I caught it. Otherwise, I would have had multiple people commenting that, which it wouldn't have been a hard fix, but at the same time, it wouldn't have been easy, especially if Kansas State started claiming a ton of lands. So Army is the next team. They're up in the New England region. Here they are. We haven't been up this way in a while. Let's see who they will play against. Southwest, which is it more west than south? No, it's kind of directly southwest, which that is going to be Penn State's land. So Penn State against Army, the Big Ten again. Penn State against Army. Dang, a lion killed our entire army. Show you how weak our army is. Dang. Um, well, congratulations to Penn State. They expanded their land. Now their land might look a little bit weird because I don't know why part of their land is a little bit darker colored. That's a little too big of a border. I think that was just me clicking on the wrong area. A little bit lighter color for their when they expanded one time, which I can't remember who they expanded against. Which, judging by the thing, it might have been Rutgers. I could be wrong. I can't remember. We're also getting a little bit. I could tell the difference between UConn, Penn State, but yeah, our army lost to a lion. Weak sauce of an army. Very weak army. Don't take that to heart, please. Just a joke. And we're also gonna adjust this because I don't want to mistake this piece of land as Penn State's another one for UConn. Even though a couple people that are UConn fans would probably love that. So I'm just gonna adjust this. That way there's no issues with land misinterpretation. So there we go. And then we'll get rid of Army off the wheel. Here's Army. That's interesting. We're near the bottom of the list on that side. Next team is going to put us with Florida. It is the Gators. So We don't know where the Gators are. Here they are. They own the majority of Florida. They just have to claim the rest of the Panhandle, and part of Troy's land, and South Alabama's land. And well, they actually have a decent amount of land that they still have to claim the entire state of Florida. But they own the majority of Florida. Northeast, that is not a team. Just the ocean, but north is, and that might be Georgia. Oops. Oh, it's very close. It's really tough to tell. It's really tough to tell. I think that might be Georgia. Center logo. Yeah, I think that's Georgia. So Georgia against Florida. Now we're going to Georgia for this one. So please, Bulldogs, win this one. I really want to see a Mercer, Georgia. Yeah, but I'm not going to cheat and have them Florida play the Seminoles, even though it would be very close and justifiable. And Georgia does win. 14-point victory for the Bulldogs as they continue to expand south. As they now start to threaten my residence area. Yeah, whatever. You guys know where you guys can tell where St. Pete's at in Tampa. Congratulations to the Bulldogs for picking up this win. The Gators are done. So Miami, if they land on Miami, they can only go up against Georgia, which I feel like they could have been in Florida, but Georgia is a whole nother level, and Georgia now continues to get in the weirdest land mass ever that I've seen. Yeah, Florida will be off the list. Here's Florida. And with that being said, we'll do 2 more spins to end this episode. We'll do 2 more. I talked for a couple minutes to start the episode, so we'll just do 2 more. JMU, and here they are, James Madison. This is the first time we're using them. This is yeah. Going southeast, which that is Virginia. If it was straight south, then it would have been Duke, but that is Virginia. So JMU against Virginia. Virginia, no, hold on. Wrong area. Here's Virginia. Now we got to go to JMU, which I don't know if they're going to be considered James Madison or just JMU. And they're James Madison. So here we go. And it's Virginia with the domination over James Madison. So congratulations to the Cavaliers. They start their expansion. It's a very small expansion, but they start their expansion. Too big. Might be a little too small now. Really tough to tell. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I was gonna enlarge it anyways. Yeah. Alrighty. There we go. Virginia begins their expansion, and we'll get rid of James Madison. Sorry to James Madison fans. We will do one more spin to end off this episode. Will this episode end as funny as last time? As Illinois, another Big Ten team. It would be funny if they land on Ball State. Ball State beats Illinois. Would be funny. That's not going to happen. They're going to go up against Purdue, so I expect Illinois to take this one, even going to Purdue. But you never know. I think Purdue is in the Big Ten championship, though. They won a Big Ten championship for basketball. I believe they played in it against Michigan for football. Yeah, I believe so. No, Illinois is right in front of me. Here we go. Purdue against Illinois. And Purdue, a 1-point victory over the Illini, which I find funny. But it wasn't like it wasn't as funny as last episode's ending, but it was. I'll take this as a Northwestern fan. There we go. We'll disconnect that. There we go. There we go. Alrighty, and then we'll get rid of Illinois on the list. We're getting close to the end. We are, because there's not that many teams left. Get a nice view of all the teams. There we go. A lot. We're not seeing like one team totally dominate. We're seeing a lot of teams with a lot of big land masses. But I would say the team that's really dominating is actually Wisconsin, just because I think they've won 5 times or 4 times. But yeah, Georgia's also doing their thing. We haven't had Alabama play for a long time, but we still have other teams that have yet to even have a chance to play, which is why there's still going to be quite a few episodes of Imperialism left. I don't think we're going to be able to get this series done within 12 episodes now that I'm looking at the map at full scale. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace.